Hi, I'm Shoestring Jane. Welcome back to my channel where I talk about all things thrifty, frugal and money saving. Today I'm making the most of the weather because I think it's going to break tomorrow. And sitting having a nice cup of tea under the gazebo on the swing chair. This has been really good that Justin has added this because it's up the end of the garden and it's a bit of the garden we probably wouldn't use if this wasn't here. So it's been really nice. Anyway, I thought I'd just show you a few little bits and pieces of my frugal week. I haven't done an awful lot. I've been working mainly, but done some bits and pieces, got the house really clean, got myself organised, used up a few bits and bobs from the freezer, did my meal plan and did the shopping. A few bits and pieces, as I say. But we did have a really nice trip out on Sunday to a balloon festival. So watch to the end of the video to see that. That was really lovely. Anyway, here we go. Lovely day, got the washing on the line, sitting having a cup of tea and Kit Kat. Cat's joined us. Justin's joined us. And somewhere, the dog is snoozing. We've had our breakfast out here, our brunch. Now we're having a cup of tea. Just picked up some cherries, I've eaten half of them, for 90p from a little stall that's in our town. And I picked up some other veg as well. I managed to get potatoes, some courgettes, which is good because I wanted some for a veggie bake I'm making tonight. What else did I get? Some apples and some tomatoes, big tomatoes, and Justin got tomatoes for his mum and more cherries for his mum. They're so delicious when they're in season, aren't they? Just trying to cover from the heat of our dog walk. I've been watching Faye and Simon on YouTube. Just had a very late breakfast, which is more like a brunch really. Eating my cherries. Going to start listing some things that of my mum's. Well, they're actually my dad's. She'd forgotten about these. Let me get them up here. She'd forgotten that they were in her loft, and my brother-in-law went up there just to clear stuff out and found them the day. And my dad apparently had said to my mum a few years ago, "Do you know where my eggbutts have gone?" And she said, "I have no idea. I haven't put your eggbutts anywhere." And he's got loads of these that he's collected. I don't even remember these being out. I don't remember them being displayed or anything, but I guess they must have at some point. But he's obviously had them a long time. So I said I would sell them on eBay for her. So I'm just going to go through and research prices. So, absolute big bag of them though. So I'll put them into lots. I don't think they're like worth a fortune, but it's all adding to my mum's moving house fund. If I remember, I'll try to put the link to my mum's little shop on eBay. It's not a business account, it's a personal account. Because it's just all the stuff we're clearing for her. So yes, if you want to look at that and any of her little collectibles, they're all free. So I've just sorted all of the eggbutts and opened them, and I'll just show you them. They're very cute, and makes me, anything like this just makes me feel super emotional, because even though Dad kept them in the loft, anything to do with Dad is still, you know, still quite raw. Anyway, let me show you them. Watching Faye and Simon. This is Married to Reselling. So if you're interested in people who go and buy vintage lots from auctions mainly, that's Faye and Simon. They're very good. They're a really nice couple from Hertfordshire, I think, and they're interesting. I'm learning lots from them. So anyway, let's show you the eggbutts. There's so many different ones. This one's a referee. I don't think that individually they've got a great deal of value, so I'm going to group them up. But aren't they cute? This one's he's got a big computer. Three police eggs, or 3 police eggs, 1 woman, 1 female, 2 male. I can't speak. Got these 2 little mini ones, 40 and someone, little birdie, that's called. Makes sense. They're quite witty, aren't they? Egbert Peckish, that one's called. Big one in an old telephone box. Little Scottish one, what's he called? Some of them have got the labels on the bottom, some of them haven't. They haven't. But they should be easy enough to find the names for them. It's a Christmas one. Sorry you're leaving. It's actually called Sorry You're Leaving, not surprisingly. Got a bricklayer. Oh, this one's a good one. A weight trainer. I've got 2 boxes, so I've got to see if the boxes match up. One's called the extinguisher. That could be the fireman, couldn't it? And one's called silicon chick, which could be, there's one with a little, that could be silicon chick, couldn't it? I reckon I'm going to have to check that out. It's the fireman. I reckon that could be the case, couldn't it? So, yeah, so my dad's egg book collection. I'm going to go through, get this photographed in groups and listed, and on my mum's little eBay shop. The only place to go when it's really hot is in the woods, isn't it, Hutch? Too warm anywhere else. So I'm just getting myself sorted this morning before I go shopping. So I've done a very small shopping list. I'm not doing much of a shop at all. But Izzy's going to be here this weekend, so I've got to have some food in the house, or she might go and stay somewhere else. But I'm getting myself organised. I've just hoovered all of upstairs before it gets too hot. And I'm going to hit the shops. You can't go to the shops too early from here because you get snarled up in traffic going into the main town. So I'm waiting till after 9. It is the school holidays though, so it's never as bad. So I've just done the hoovering upstairs. I'm going to probably wait until I get back to do the hoovering and wash the floors down here. But I thought I would stick some stock on. Now I normally make chicken stock because I was eating meat. I'm not really eating very much meat at all. Justin is, of course. But I'm unlikely to be doing many whole roast chickens just for him. So I've got a chicken carcass out of the freezer, but only one. Normally I wait until I've got 2. Archie still eats chicken. He has a kind of just a plain kibble and chopped up chicken every day. That's what he eats to not upset his digestive system. So I buy thighs for him. So what I'll start to do from now on is make sure I keep the thigh bones, because although they're quite small, I don't normally bother. I stick them in the food waste. And I was thinking, that's mad, isn't it? I should be putting them in a bone box in the freezer, and when I want to make some stock, I'll have that. I'm not calling myself pure vegetarian, because if something's going to get wasted and it's meat, then I'd rather eat it than waste it. So if I saw, I don't know, some ham for 10p in my local co-op, as you do every now and then, I'd buy it and use it, because I don't want to waste stuff that's been produced already. But generally speaking, I'm eating mostly vegetarian. I'm going to make this stock to use up some courgettes from last year from the freezer, and I will use up some other bits. Let me show you what I've put in it. So I'm making it in my slow cooker. It's good to put it on now, and I can go off out and do all the bits I've got to do. So I've got just the one chicken carcass, as I say. I've got an onion. So I don't eat many onions because they affect me, but they're fine if they're kind of in liquid form, so like essence of onion. So I take the goodness and flavour out of this onion. To be fair, I'm actually not going to make courgette soup and not put an onion in it, because it just tastes horrible without it. A couple of celery sticks. I've got a big carrot in there, not peeled, no point peeling it, just washed it. Some broccoli stalks from the freezer, so they're good in stock. And then obviously I've got this as well. So the only other thing I'm going to add to this is some water, some bay leaves, and a few black peppercorns, and then I will put this on low for, I don't know, about 5 hours, and then I'll make a bit of soup later. I've got some courgettes, a bag of courgettes defrosting here, so I'll add to that, I say, some celery, a little bit of onion and some potatoes, and make a courgette soup. I'm not doing a massive load. I'm just going to do enough for the next couple of days. I've still got 2 bags of these in, but I find if it's too courgette in my soup, it gets a bit bland. So I'm just going to add lots of other things with it and use the others later. So my stock has been cooking for several hours, most of the day, and I'm going to turn it off now and let it cool a bit, and then, well, I'll keep it hot probably. Then I'll strain it and make my soup. Just made quite a good pot of stock actually. My soup's turned into a general veggie soup, so I've got chopped potato, some more broccoli stalks from the freezer, carrots, celery, and the green bit of the celery, the leaf, because I think that adds a lot of flavour, and a little bit of onion, as well as my defrosted courgettes, which you can tell they're no good for anything when they're being frozen except soup, really, because they give off so much water and they just go so soggy, so they're only really good for soup in my opinion anyway. And I've got my stock there, so yeah, I'm just going to fry all this up, add the stock, and we're away. Okay, so I've just added the stock and I'll bring that to the boil now. Leave it to simmer for half an hour or so. Then I'm just planning to whiz it up. I decided to add a few peas because I like peas in veggie soup since it stopped being courgette soup. If this didn't have frozen courgettes in it, I would be tempted to just eat it as it is, but because the texture of the courgettes is so horrible once they've been frozen, I am not going to. I've added a bit of onion salt and some pepper and some just ordinary salt as well. If it needs anything else, if I feel like it's lacking something, I'll normally add a little bit of soy sauce because I find that just kind of really helps when you don't use a lot of onion. I think this is where, you know, normally most people would use probably a couple of onions in this sort of recipe, and that would make a big difference because I try not to have too much onion. I can't do that. I mean, it's got one onion in it as it is. Let's have a taste of the broth. That's probably salty enough. I might add a little bit of the soy sauce once I whiz it up. I'm waiting for the carrots to just be a little bit softer. Oh no, I think they're there. They're there. I'll give it a whiz. This soup pan is that it's like a big stock pan. It's very shallow, so you can get a lot in it, but if you're making actual soup in it, you have to be really, really careful when you liquidize it because it kind of just splurges over the edge. So I'm being really careful. So it's going to make a nice thick soup there. Is going to change in the next day or so I don't really think I'd feel like hot soup today, but you know, I might by the weekend. I'm going to leave it slightly lumpy. That will do nicely. Let's just have a taste to see if I need to adjust the seasoning. That's pretty perfect actually. So vegetable soup, just chuck it in, hope for the best soup. I always make soups like this, hardly ever use a recipe, and they usually turn out okay. Kites. Justin, dog, you didn't care about the kites, do you? What do you want? You want this, don't you? What you got on your face? Silly boy. And then, ready? And it's funny because we're quite a long way away from Felixstowe here, but you can see very clearly the port of Felixstowe, which I've shown you before in a video. Up near Harwich, we've been to Harwich, Harrington, Port of Felixstowe, where all our stuff, all of our utter shite comes in from China, plus one or two things that we actually need probably. So many storage containers, big containers. This is where it all happens. This is across the water. It's very peaceful at Walton-on-the-Naze. The kite festivals looked lovely, but honestly it's so busy you can't really chuck a ball for the dog there, so you can see the kites quite clearly though. It's nice. It's an event organised by the Wildlife Trust. It's free, but they charge for activities for kids. It's the summer holidays, so they're doing like arts and crafts and kite making, decorating and that sort of thing. Kite classes, kite flying. But it's lovely if you've got kids. I would have done it when mine were a bit smaller, but they're all grown up now. One last look at the kites. Good. Lovely. I'm going to find somewhere to sit. I've got one cold coffee, one iced coffee left over from my boot sale yesterday. I'm going to find somewhere to sit in the shade where Archie can sit and share it. I'm just showing you my mad hat. I'm not really a hat person. Hats don't do much for me, but they do keep the sun off my head. Plus I actually squashed this one when I was coming back from the car boot sale yesterday. Justin's got a cap on. He models the cap quite well. Are you talking to me or chewing a brick? I'm talking.
Having a chat with someone in the middle of nowhere.
Talking to YouTube.
Oh, right.
You say hello to YouTube.
Hello, YouTube.
There you are. That's better.
Ew.
Ew. Anyway, I don't look very good in a hat, but still, sometimes you have to wear one. Archie doesn't have a hat. You can see Archie. We've had to sit in the shade because he's just getting too hot. I'm going to go walk down to the beach. I'm nearly there. We just had to stop Archie from throwing himself and his ball over this little cliff. The tree is gone. Some boats out to sea. Doesn't it look lovely? There's Felixstowe again over there. So we want to try and get the path down to the beach. See if we can work out how to get down there. Lots of people coming back this way, so I reckon it must be this way. There's Felixstowe yet again. Oh, it's lovely. Loves it. I was about to say Justin will be in a minute. He's just taking his sandals off. Where are the balls now then? I'm trying to avoid the mud because I've got the right sort of shoes on. She loves a paddle. Come on then, Arch. It's Justin gone. It's Justin gone. They find him. They find him. We're really lucky to live so close to the coast. It's so nice just to be able to just spontaneously say, let's just go to the coast. We did that on Sunday, as I say, but it was, you have to watch the traffic because everybody on a nice day in the school holidays wants to go to the coast. So we went the back way. We found a little back route to go that most of the tourists wouldn't really know about. So we did get stuck in it a little bit though, but it was okay and it was lovely. The kite festival was wonderful and Archie just loves to get down to the sea. So Justin always says he likes to live by the sea because he feels like he just doesn't have hay fever. He just loves the feeling of being next to the sea. I do as well. It's really nice. Any weather really. It was quite a hot day though, and we did struggle to find a bit of shade at points for Archie. So I think if we're going to spend any time over the summer, we need to take shade with us. We used to have a little tent you could put up. Trouble is we're on the go, so it tends to, just have to go and find ourselves a little shady spot somewhere. But it was really nice. Anyway, that's it for this week. There's not much else to tell you. It wasn't a very exciting vlog, but it's just real life, isn't it really? If you enjoyed this, don't forget to give me the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you know next time I'm going to publish something. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.